heading south. And as nice as the pampering from hotels like the Nest has been, I'm glad to be back on the road again with no particular itinerary in mind. It's a chance for me to try out my new instant tent. It's a Kestrel from Camtech, and I've got a new chair as well. It does feel good to be back in the bush again. But I must say though, the real reason why I, and I think millions like me, really like camping, it's because of the toys. This is my new toy. LED Lenser M17R. R means rechargeable. I'm going to put that down there. There's a lot of wind tonight. This is my new baby. Now, the last series I demonstrated their searchlight, the multi-LED. I've called it SETI. For those of you who know, SETI stands for Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Because if anything is going to be effective, this is. Really, yes, it's a torch, but really, practically speaking, it's a searchlight, and an unbelievably bright one. But this is a torch in the proper sense of the word. But here's my little new baby. Now, this is a very high-powered, multi-function electronic torch. A lock switch, and if I move it once and turn it on, it gives me half brightness. I don't have the exact specifications in my head right now, but the amount of time that it'll run with one charge is something like 20 plus hours. Then the next setting is extremely bright. The next setting, there are two of them, that now flashes SOS, and that is a strobe. You know what the most amazing part about this particular torch? I mean, yes, it's very, very bright, and it has a beautiful zoom as well, like all of the LED lenses, okay? But it is so beautifully made, absolutely gorgeous. What they have improved on a number of their products, including this one, is the cradle in which the torch is housed. So now, I mean, that's metal. It's not plastic, that's metal. So now, that clips in there, and that snaps in there. So now that, in a 4x4 being shaken around, ain't going anywhere. And that's a big, big improvement to their product. One small thing though, and this is a drawback, which I will correct, but it works on 220 volts. This is not a 12 volt transformer, unfortunately, so I have to run an inverter in my vehicle to charge it if I want to charge it from my 12 volts. That's one of the drawbacks. But they're getting there, you know, that each time they come out with a product like this, they get a little bit better. That is a belt pouch, very cleverly designed. So now this actually becomes truly portable. I mean, I can now flip that on my belt. There you go. See, on my belt. That's the LED M17R. That's it. And it's almost dark enough so I can shine it at the neighbours. Well, I feel totally wrecked this morning. Wind blew all night, howled in fact. Calmed down at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I managed to get some sleep, hence the appearance. I get a lot of sponsors from a lot of people that give me equipment to test, and you know, not all of them can I really do a full and thorough going over. But here are some that I want to mention. The Stanley Flask. This is the smaller one. It can carry 2 cups exactly, actually a little more than 2 cups. It's got a decent cup in the lid, and well, it's a thermos. I mean, what else can I say apart from the fact that it keeps your coffee warm whole day. Very good, very, very good. And I'm now having my early morning coffee in a little Stanley mug, same stable as the Stanley Flask. Keeps it warm while I talk nonsense to you. Kovia. I've been using Kovia on this trip and a previous trip to Botswana. A little stove. This is a little basic stove. It's fantastic because it's so small and actually has a big flame. They also gave me a little light. Now I haven't used it because I generally use electric light, but this is a real beauty. I mean look at this little guy. It's absolutely splendid. I haven't even put the mantle in yet, but Kovia make that, and I know I will get a chance to use it at some stage. But it's a real beauty, and it has a stand which you can spread the legs, make it a little bit more stable for putting on a table. Very nice piece of kit. Torches. I'm always given torches. Okay, for example, I asked LED Lenser for one of their very small units. Little guy, 1 AA battery. It's the kind of torch that when you buy it, you really have to have a pouch, because it's the kind of thing you put in your pocket or in your pouch and have around the campsite. 3 settings: flash, bright and not so bright. Very practical little torch. Okay, this one I wasn't given, but Maglite. Now the Maglite we all know very well. This is a Maglite Mini LED, and I've got 4 Maglite Minis. This is my first LED. It is so beautifully made. I'll give that to Maglite. Their torches are beautifully made. A nice packaging too, but no pouch. Can buy a pouch, but no pouch with it. And I'm sorry, in terms of pure illuminosity and practicalness, I'm sorry, this is a far more practical, brighter, it's a better product. As beautiful as that is, that's a more practical product. LED Lenser Headlamp, haven't used it yet, but this is one of their new ones. Has two settings, dull and very bright, and of course the LED ubiquitous focusing beam. So thank you to all of you people who support me and give me stuff to test. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to sit back and watch the sunrise over the mountains. Of course, here trying out some new toys. This is one of them, the new Petzl. Amazing technology. It actually adjusts the light as you use it, and it has multifunction modes. But I have absolutely no idea how to use it. So I'm going to give it to Kate, and she's going to be the one to test this product.
Cute. Bit too light to put it on, but I'm going to do it anyway.
The fact is that you actually need an instruction book. New technology, you've got to have an instruction book. Modern technology is generally, a lot of it is frustrating me, and while this was really nice, it frustrated me too, because it has an automatic function that when you lean down and there's a lot of light reflecting back at you, it will actually dim itself automatically. And then when you look up to look around, it'll get brighter. Very nice, very clever, liked it a lot. But 2% of the time, 1% of the time, it didn't work. And it frustrated me a bit. And I kind of felt, well, maybe I just would prefer an on-off switch. And there, of course, there is an on-off switch. I can make it brighter, I can make it dull, or I can make it automatic. It's pretty simple. But a nice piece of kit. I did like it, and I will probably use this on several trips ahead of me. Now, 2 products from Leatherman. This here is one of their new military style multi-tools. Very nice. What I liked about it is that it was so quick to get the pliers out. I didn't have to do the traditional twist to get them out. Good tools, useful tools, very easily accessible. So when it comes to speed of use, great. One thing I didn't like about it, which for me personally is a deal breaker. No scissors. I need scissors. But look at this, also Leatherman. What a beautiful piece of kit this is. It's a pair of scissors. Well, what's so special about a pair of scissors? It's called a Raptor. Now it's actually a device that is best suited for emergency recovery. I can cut anything with that. Metal, I mean, it'll be good enough for light metal, light aluminium, good enough for, certainly good enough for seat belts and things like that. It has a seatbelt cutter, a special seatbelt cutter on it. And it comes in a housing, so you can put it away and have it ready at hand. This is a very beautifully made piece of kit. Very nice indeed. I love it when they get kit right.